Hello, my fellow readers. Today I'm going to be talking about The Fiancé Chosen by the Ring. This is a recent manga pickup, and I think I saw this artwork, and I was just pulled in. It's so beautiful. It's such lovely artwork. I was like, yes. This is based on a light novel. As far as I've seen, the light novel is not available. I don't think. I was really interested in reading the light novel, but, it wasn't around. So I picked up the manga, and it has lovely artwork, so I don't regret picking up the manga. This is this is published by Yen Press. And yeah, I was just immediately drawn in. I loved the artwork, and I was like, give me. So only volume 1 is released so far. I don't remember if they've released when volume 2 will be out. Hopefully it's not too long, because I really liked this. This is after my shoujo heart. So the back here is Aurora Alaporta is a noblewoman with one love, the art of embroidery. While she attends the lavish evening parties her peers so adore, she's not looking for a dance, but inspiration for a new design. On one such night, distracted by the many beautiful dresses on display, she's struck in the face by a mysterious wedding ring. When she picks it up, one of the finest knights in the kingdom approaches, declaring her his new fiancé. Aurora has no idea what's going on, but one thing's for sure. She's got a big decision to make. So, they say one of the knights, but he's not just a knight. Did I misread it? He's actually the prince, the second prince. He's not the crown prince. He's the second prince. And I'm trying to remember if it was his sister. So there's this big ball, and she is really into embroidery. That's why even on the front there's the threads here. So the night of the ball, she's looking at all the gowns and whatever, and this ring hits. But as he tells her the story after that, I think he was talking to, like I said, it might have been his sister maybe. I think he had declared that whoever found the ring or took notice of the ring or something, she would be his fiance. And it just so happens to go to Aurora. And then she has to decide whether to keep the engagement or to break it off. And when they meet with one another to discuss how things are going to go, the arrangement sort of works for both of them. They don't know whether or not they actually want to marry one another, but it would help both of them to ease some of the pressure that's been building around them, the pressure to find someone and get engaged and get married. So he's like, couldn't we keep this at least for a little while, and then we could quietly dissolve the engagement and move on? And she does essentially agree, but I think as well as they meet one another, they do start to, it seems like they're becoming closer as well. So I'm hoping it stays on the even path of the lovely shoujo romance that's being built thus far. As they're talking, he does get to know that she does embroidery. I think she gives him or leaves behind a handkerchief. I can't remember the details, and I feel heartbroken. I mean, it just might mean I have to read it again. But he notices that there's some magical elements of that in this world. There is a fantasy element here, so there is a magic system that I think certain people have more ability over, and he doesn't think she's necessarily whatever their main term is, but that she does have magical abilities that have never been addressed, and she's able to charm her embroidery. Like, she didn't know she had any ability. So this was she was innately doing. As she's working, she would embroider like spell work into it. So like she's created things for people that she loves, like her brother. And it's done its enchantment work, whatever that may be. And so he's telling her this, that I think that you need to be assessed, because I think that you have these abilities and that you've been enchanting your embroidery, but we really need to get it assessed. And so they're going to meet with a magical user in the court who turns out to also have higher standing that I don't think I want to spoil. But it's very interesting and charming and very light. It's more breezy. There she is with her fiance. I don't know. It was a very quick read. Again, since it's only volume 1, like, I don't have an extraordinary amount to say. It's really just seeing their relationship build, the essential establishment of the world that they're living in, how the society is structured. At times, I would have to go back and check the names and the character designs to make sure that I was keeping up with who was whose relation. Like, okay, so that's that guy, and that guy is her brother, and he's the guy that appears on this panel, you know, just to make sure I was keeping up with everything. Only because they give, like, the full title name, but then they'll call them by the shorter name, so I just want to make sure, like, I was getting all the pieces together, just because I did like it. Like, if I didn't like it that much, I might not care. I would have just moved on, but then I wanted to make sure that I was getting all of the names and relationships correct. And I don't know, it really was just it was that easy and that establishing. Like, it was just her talking to her new fiance and them discussing their roles and what they would do, and her also getting to observe him and his abilities and how he was perceived by others and what he could do, and how that impacted her and her thoughts about him. I don't know. I just found it was lovely. Like, it wasn't anything hard-hitting. I don't know where it's going to evolve to, if it's going to stay soft or if it's going to, you know, involve any more action or anything. I don't know. But I liked it. It was as simple as that. A lot of times I really like something soft to break up a lot of the serious other manga or books that I'm reading that are more hard-hitting or make me more sad. Sometimes I want something that's a little bit fluffier with beautiful artwork that makes me smile, and this is one of them. And I think so far too, I like Aurora because I think she is very devoted to her craft and doing things that she likes. Like, she wants her own personhood, and I appreciate that. Like, so she is open to this potential relationship with Felix, but I think beyond that, she still has her own sense of self and what she likes and what she wants to do. And a big part of that is her embroidery. Like, I think were it not for society's influence, she would be perfectly happy to just sit in a room and embroider all day. Come up with new designs and patterns and just do her embroidery. And I think that's good. I think it's good that she's such an individual. At the same time, I really like also seeing her getting to interact with the people around her, and especially with Felix. He seems really nice. No, but he seems like a good character. He seems like he's caring and willing to find out, like, what interests her, and that he'll like her for her, and not because she's able to play some role that he wants her to, or just be able to do that. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how their relationship develops, and then also what happens plot-wise in the book, because I'm assuming something else has to happen. I don't know what at this point, but there has to be some kind of stakes for them to progress further. And, yeah, I will be reading that whenever that occurs. So, that's it for this video. Until next time, bye.